Evening, gang. Welcome along. It's Sunday, the 7th of September 2025. Welcome along to our little weekly chat show. Welcome along, my dears. And what a strange day for weather, actually. I got up, I looked out the window, and it was kind of sunny-ish. And I thought, lovely. Managed to get me electric bike out. I slept in today. Didn't I do this last week? Till 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. Slept in. Gosh. Anyway, and I thought, yeah, lovely day for the electric bike to go down to the church. I went down to the church in the electric bike and did that. Then I went to Marks and Spencer's, came back, had some lunch. I had to do an emergency litter pick, more of that later. After I did a long one yesterday, came back, had a little sleep, and here we are now. So that's my day. I was, thank you, Bing Bang. Bing Bang, Bing Bong. Who's Bing Bong? I like that. We do like a good nickname, Bing Bong. So good evening to you. Welcome along, gang. Lots in the show today. The phone line will be open as well if anyone wants to call in. Patricia in Manchester with us already. Good evening, Patricia. Hello to you, my love. She says, hi, Chris, how are you? Now, she's watching her mate perm his hair. Is he a youngster by any chance? Because I noticed some of the young lads now have got this perm which kind of hangs down a bit at the front. Have you noticed that? I mean, the young gays had that ages ago. They're always first. And then the straight boys, although they wouldn't admit to this, they do seem to follow suit further along the line. So the gay boys, the little young gay boys, 18, 19, 20, they had this ages ago where it kind of hangs in front of their eyes now. Actually, I think one of the altar servers has got it as well at church. And then the straight boys follow on 6 months to a year later on. So I just wondered if your friend was one of those youngsters. Of course, years ago, those of you who are old enough to remember, I think back in the 70s or 80s, one of those two, perms suddenly became a big thing, didn't they? Oh, the sun's come back out again. Look at that. Yeah, perms did become a really big thing. And lots of people had them years ago. Do I need to close that curtain? Is that going to keep flashing in your eyes or not? Is it all right? Is it okay? I hope that's okay for you, gang. All right. Like I said to you, it was nice and sunny this morning. I went to bed. When I got up, it was all overcast. But a lovely, really nice temperature today. I don't know what the temperature is. Nice temperature. It was overcast. And the sun has just come back through the clouds again. So quite nice there. Anyway, yes, she's watching her mate perm his hair. He's taking it very seriously. You must take it seriously, dear. Yeah, a lad is... Two things with lads, right? Don't touch their hair. And don't ever, ever step on their white trainers. They go mad. They go mad. She says, I'm trying not to laugh, or you are naughty. I think I'd be doing the same, to be honest, Patricia. I'm trying not to laugh. We have done all sorts of things with his hair, with our hair over the years, but I was not expecting this today. I did put the rollers in, so I will be blamed. Has he got rollers in his hairs? No, I didn't have a perm. Oh, by the way, if you want to join in, gang, do feel free. Send us a text there, 07451 287 337. Okay, if you can't send a text, send an email. The email address is just below me there, okay? chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. They're the best ways to get through to me. I'll pop in and out of the chat box, but I often miss stuff in there because there's a lot of people talking to each other, okay? And you can't just look for my messages without stumbling across everyone else's. There's no other way around that. I have looked. How can you send me a direct message on YouTube? It doesn't really seem to be possible to do that. Okay, so that's how we're stuck. So please use the text there or email just below there, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Although it does look like it's right next to the on-air sign there, doesn't it? Oh, where's my lights gone now? What's happened now? Oh, I know what's happening. I'll have to turn the light off because the sun is now blocking him. Is outshining everything else. Look, hang on. 1 minute, darlings. Oh, what a shame. It is a shame to shut the sun out, I must say. I showed you Maureen's orchids last week, didn't I? They're doing really well. In fact, the one that didn't have any flowers on it has now sprouted a flower stem with loads and loads of buds on it. So that's really nice. Yeah, just talking about hair. I started caring for my hair, I think it was about 16 or 15. And I had long hair and a centre parting. Yeah, me and my friend Philip Thompson, we had the same hair, sort of hair. Centre parting I had. And then along the way I had a little Mohican thing. And I had spiky hair with gel and big earrings. So it's so it's changed over the years. And then further along I had little spiky hair. That would have been in the 90s. And then I started cutting it short, and now it's really short. And it's really short to try and sort of, hide the little bit in the middle where there is no hair. Or one or two of you may have the same sort of thing. And it's not a problem. It's just how it is. It's not a problem. I did notice today, and I didn't mention it to him, someone mentioned it to him and offered me a £5 to go over and tell him. And I said, no, not a £5. I would not take a £5 to upset a friend of mine like that. Make it 20 quid and I might be interested. They wanted me to go over and tell Vera Danny it looked like he had a comb over. Nope, not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not for a £5, maybe 20. Vera, hello Vera. Vera says, hi Chris, don't touch black people's hair, you'll get the same results. What do you mean that I'll get the same results? What? I will get black person's hair if I touch it, is that what you mean? Please be a little bit more, with your... I don't understand that. What same results will I get? If I touch a black person's hair, will I get black people's hair? Mind you, my favourite hair, not so much on women because I'm not really bothered. Sorry, ladies, it's just how it is. My favourite hair on a black lad is the mini dreadlocks. Like dreadlocks, sometimes they're like really long like that. There's some of them, they have these little ones like that and they're kind of sticking up. That is my favourite black person's hair, Vera. So if you've got any mates like that, who might be interested in someone possibly 1 or 2 years older than them, let me know, dear. Let me know. Thank you very much. Right, Paul and Lou are there. Evening to the lovely Paul and Lou, who say, mine turned into a wide part in Chris. Mine turned into a wide part in Chris. Do you want to try that again? Please check your messages before you send them. It's impossible. It's impossible sometimes to work out what the hell people are saying. Here we go. Vera says it will. If I touch black people's hair, it will make them angry. Will it? Oh dear. What will I do with an angry black lad? Oh dear me. You're worrying me now, Vera. Actually, my very good friend Adrian was there last night. I don't know if... No, you weren't there, was you? Adrian works in one of the clubs. And he was there last night. It's always nice to see him. He's become a bit of a friend of mine, which is a shame, really, because I fancy him. There we are. Thank you. Paul and Lou say it was a small parting. Oh, I see. Parting is one word, dear. And it's got a G on the end, not part in. I wonder what the hell you were going on about. It was a small parting and got wider and wider. So you're bald, says Paula. All right, I get it now, love. I get it now. Okay? All right, I get it now. Please do check when you're sending stuff, my darlings. It becomes a little bit impossible to get going what in there. Right, let's say hello to some other people chatting away there. In the boxes, Paul and Lou there. Evening, Paul and Lou. Jason... we have... Oh, they are... Mr. Tech Sparky. Hello to you. Scrolling. Hot Point Washer Lover. You were there last week. Hello, welcome back to the show. Hope you have a nice time this evening, okay? Who's been eating pasties? St. Ives the pasty travelled 250 miles. What's that about pasties? I don't know. Bing Bong's asking people to hit thumbs up. Thank you very much. Very kind. Hello to the lovely Debs. Evening, Debs. I saw her this morning looking radiant as ever. She was playing a little bit of the naughty schoolgirl in the tea room today, I thought, weren't you? I think you were, lovey. Thank you very much. Is that everyone? Mike Rees-Ponto. I think that's Mike Rees-Ponto. Mikey Mike, hello to you. Greg Goddard is there. And is that everyone? That's everyone. Oh, there's my nephew Gary. Evening, Gary. Was just telling me about the latest video that him and his missus are doing, which sounds very, very interesting. I must say they've got another electric bike. That's Gary and Stacey Vlogs. That's my nephew and his wife, and they do their own YouTube channel. And I think they do some other video stuff as well, gang. Although I've not located it. I haven't really looked for it either. Apparently you pay a subscription for that for 40. I think he said $19.99 a month. I don't know what it is. Him and his missus do these other videos. I don't think the kids are in them. I should hope not anyway. Yes, so they're doing a new... I think they're not doing it next week because they've just done one. So they're doing another electric bike video. I quite like the electric bike vlogs that people do. They're quite good. I'm a bit into electric bikes. I had thought that the lad biking round here on his electric bike had been caught, because I haven't seen him for weeks. And then, sure enough, on the way home tonight, on the way home sort of early afternoon from the church, I was cycling along and I saw him on another path, hurtling along at like 40 mile an hour, something like that, you know. Anyway, Deborah, yeah, nice to see Debbie this morning as well. Didn't have time to get in there for a cup of tea as well. Hello to Maureen joining us. Good evening, Maureen. She's having a little bit of a health thing at the moment going on, so she's not been at the karaoke again. Evening to you, Maureen. I'm sure you watched it on the video on the karaoke channel. Hello to DJ Sparky. We have breaking news tomorrow. It will be Paul and Joe's 15 years wedding anniversary tomorrow. Wow. Happy anniversary for tomorrow then. Yeah. La, 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 la. The anniversary was with you. Thank you very much. Yeah, happy anniversary tomorrow to Paul and Joe. All right there. And Roy. Roy is there, lovely Roy, who's driving at the moment, so no texting from Roy today, okay? It's a little bit like when I listen to Alan Ross on Reach on Air. You know, I'm often driving, so I don't like to text in unless I've pulled over. I was going to say to buy a bag of crisps. I haven't had a normal bag of crisps now for a couple of months. I've had Discos. I don't think they're done in the same way because they're much drier. You know, Discos, quite strong flavours. Didn't you used to be able to get cheese and onion ones? I don't think you can get them anymore, though, can you? Something like that. Don't forget, gang, text in if you want to leave us a message. 07451 287 337 is my text number. Okay. All righty. Let's have a look at this. I've been to Mark. I told you I went to Marks and Spencer's today. Yeah? I bought a couple of bits and pieces because I've got a £100 gift card that I've kind of had for since Christmas. Someone gave it to me for since Christmas. So after church, I went down there. I thought the winter stuff, the autumn winter stuff would be in there because one of the lads who works in there goes down the gym. Tall lad he is. I don't know his name actually. Ginger boy. He's only 18. And he towers above everyone in that. You'd never think he was 18. You'd think he was about 26. Right? And on one of my visits to Mark's, he was walking around. I said, all right. I said, do you work here then? He said, oh, yeah, I only do the weekends. So I don't know what he does the rest of the week. Maybe he's like at university or something like that. And I said to him the other day, you got the autumn winter stuff? He said, yeah, we got some in now, but give it a couple of weeks and it'll all be in. So I thought I'd have a look today. And I picked myself a couple of items. I bought 2 new jumpers. There you are. Look, nice colour. Vera liked this colour. I know Vera likes this colour. Hang on a minute. Right, there you are. We've got a same sort of jumper. I always buy large, okay, which for a considerable period of time fitted me. Now they're really baggy on me because I've lost, I think it was a stone. I think I've lost a stone now. That's last Thursday I weighed myself. I lost a stone. I'm sure it was last Thursday. Anyway, so they will be quite baggy, but I quite like that. So I bought a burgundy one. Look at this. 25 quid. I don't know what it's made of. It feels really soft. It says with wool. So made in Bangladesh. You see how we're keeping poor countries in jobs. Isn't that good? See, I am supporting Bangladesh. Perhaps there'd be a little protest this week, for those people, and there'd be one or two among you today who are not supporting Bangladesh. That is a poor country, and they need to be supported. I think we should have a little protest. What colours are their little flags? Because we've got the rainbow one, we've got the Palestinian one. What's the other one? We've got the Just Stop Oil little flags, haven't we? What? It might be quite a nice flag. Let's have a little look. Bangladesh flag. Because, yes, let me have a little look. Oh, it's just green with a red dot on it. Actually, it doesn't look dissimilar to the Japanese flag. It's a bit plain. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't say that about the Union Jack, could you? It's a bit plain, like the Union. There it is, there, in my little globe at the top there. There's our flag, just in case there are any people from overseas watching the show today. It's a bit bland. It's just green with a red dot, and the red dot, I don't know if it's in the middle or not. Yeah, it's in the middle. That's the flag of Bangladesh. Well, I suppose it'd be all right, wouldn't it? We could have a little protest. Yeah, if I had to put an advert on the Facebook, for the Gen Z groups, they'll all turn up. They love a protest. They love it. They love it. It's like a day out. They bring sandwiches and little bottles of drink. That age, they don't do flasks. Not like you and me. Me and Debs probably turn up with a flask. A couple of flasks of tea, a blanket to sit on. I don't think they bother with blankets either. They just sit on the dirty roads. Up to them, really, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm supporting people in Bangladesh. Vera Danny would like that. Supporting poor people in Bangladesh. So I've got this one, this maroon coloured one. Isn't it nice, Vera? And I also bought... you would die when I tell you the price in a minute. Not dear. So I've got that one, and I've got a nice blue one as well. There we are. And these are thick. They're thicker than the ones that I've got. Those of you that watch the radio show that I do, let me just bring that up for you. There we are. Look. And that's Monday to Friday, 9 till 10 o'clock in the morning. Reachonair.com is what you type into your computer or your mobile phone, and then you click the Listen Now button, and it plays out. That's just for the audio. If you want to watch the show, you need to download the Twitch app, TWITCH. Download the Twitch app, and you can get yourself a free account. And then look for me tomorrow morning, Chris Reardon UK, and you'll be able to watch the show on there. But those of you that watch the show will have noted that last week I was wearing the jumper one day, and I became aware that I had grown breasts because I thought it had been pegged up in the wrong place. No, it wasn't. What it was over a wooden chair, as in a square wooden chair, and somehow the indents, as it was over it, I suppose probably when it was wet, the indents pushed their way up, and it looked like I'd grown a pair of breasts. The good news is, one wash on Patricia's advice, and it was all right again. Happy days. So I bought a blue one as well. There you go. It's nice and big. Far too big for me, but that's how I like them. Baggy clothes, baggy jumpers like that. Funny enough, great niece Emily, she likes baggy clothes, the jeans and all that. So I bought that. They were £25 each. Happy days. And it was a great pile of them. Trouble is with a lot of these shops, if when you see it, buy it. Don't go, I'll have a think about that. You go back in 2 weeks and that's it, they've gone. And there's no more coming. So make sure you buy that. So I bought those two. I bought slippers. I bought a new pair of slippers as well. Hang on, I've got those on. I'll show you those as well. And these were £22. So I've got, I think, what have I got? About £28 left, something like that. There you go. New pair of slippers. Marks and Spencer's, very heavy. The old ones were all coming away there. And you know why that is, don't you? Come on, admit it. How many of you go outside in the garden in your slippers when it's wet? What a stupid thing to do. Yeah. So that's what I bought from Marks and Spencer's today. Happy days. And I wanted to get them, and spend that time, because I don't know how long the credit card thing lasts. The gift card lasts in Marks and Spencer's. I'm thinking about a year, so it's like 8-9 months now, so I thought I'd get rid of those. DJ Sparky went to Bangladesh back in the old days, and it was brilliant. I then went to Dubai from DJs, and then I went to Dubai from DJ Sparkly. Remember, when you go to them countries, they whack you with a stick when you do something wrong. What an excellent idea. That's what used to happen when we were kids. You get whacked with a cane. Stopped you doing it again, didn't it? Not like some of these kids out there now, shouting and screaming at the police. I tell you one thing I really hate with people now. You know, when they come up to you like this and they're talking to you and they're filming everything. What's all that about? Actually, that happened on Casualty this week. Anyone seen Casualty this week? Yes, some report, and I have no time for reporters anymore. I think they're rude people, rude reporters. And this bloke is trying to interview the casualty, one of the doctors there, and in the end the doctor just smashes the phone out of his hand. He says, "You can't do that." I said, "Yes, I can, because you're what's the word he said? You're not aggravating." Can't remember what the word was now. Smashed the phone out of his hand. Yeah, very, very good. Vera, your nephew Gary would like a jumper like that for Christmas. Do you want one, Gary? Do you want one of those? Happy days, yeah. I can get you one of those for Christmas. Has he mentioned that then? I don't know. Dino's there. Good evening to Dino. Welcome along to the show, Dino. All right. Hello to you. All righty. Things that manufacturers have convinced us to use that you've never needed before. Okay, now I've only got one item with me, but I wonder if you can think of any others. And in that same sort of sphere, right, as you know, we have a teleprinter. There it is, boys and girls. Oh, it's my little legs. Look, there's my little legs. Good job I haven't got just underpants on, isn't it? These are my gym shorts. They're all ready for later. Look at those. Look at those legs. If Mark Bowles is probably, I guess Mark's probably with his son today. But if Mark Bowles were here, he'd be straight round if he could see these legs. Look at those. There's my teleprinter, which we use in the morning for our radio show that we do. And we do a section where we ask people to vote, and they send in their votes, and I add it up on the teleprinter. And right there, I don't know if you can just about see that. There's a microphone there as well, because it makes wonderful noises. So I'm going to turn on the microphone and get it to make some noise. So here we go. Isn't that wonderful? And then you divide it by 3 and get the answer, and you get a piece of paper. Oh, come on. Usually tears off a lot. Come on. There we go. Usually tears off a lot easier than that. And you get a piece of paper and it gives you an answer at the end there. Is it necessary? No, not at all. It's not necessary. So that's the teleprinter that we use. That's an example of something that I've bought that I don't really need. It's kind of not quite on the subject that I wanted to do. But I've done it because something arrived yesterday. Now, here I am in Bracknell in Berkshire, and of course I spend a little bit of time up in Lincolnshire as well, where I do these shows from now, including the chat show, which we did very successfully from there the week before last, wasn't it? And we do the radio shows from there. But the thing is, I don't have a teleprinter there. Do I need a teleprinter there? Nah, not really. Not really. And I ordered this one from Amazon. Nowhere near the size of that. I mean, it was. So if you see the size of this, the Casio one was kind of about to there and up there, and that little bit there. But I thought, after watching a YouTube video of it, I thought it sounded good though. It's all about the sound and the vision, you see. All about the sound and the vision. So I ordered it, and it came from Amazon a couple of days later. Couldn't get the paper in. Terrible instructions, Casio. You just get this little thing, push the paper in the slot there, and I'm pushing this thing, pushing the feed button, nothing coming through. No, it wouldn't work. I spent no more than 15 minutes trying to get this bit of paper through. Then I put it all back in the box and sent it back. immediately. Can't be arsed with things that are not simple to work. They get on my tits, they really do. I can't stand it. Can't stand it. Anyway, so I thought, well, don't really need one up there. Then I went on eBay, which is where I bought this one from. And I found the same make, different model. And it arrived yesterday. Would you like to look? The new luxury waterside media centre teleprinter has arrived. Yeah, baby, look. It's blue. Blue. Look, it's all blue. Isn't it great? 1491. That's a 1232. So I presume this one is more new. I've plugged it in. How do I turn it on? Is that plugged in? Oh, there we are. I've got to turn the switch on the plug. Oh, it made a noise. Right, let's see if we can do anything with this one then. So 5 plus 52 plus 63 plus 56 plus 9 equals, divide by 23, is it? Equals, oh, there's no paper coming out. No paper coming out. Have I turned the paper thing off? No, I'm going to have to spend a little bit. Oh no, there's no paper coming out there. Hang on a minute. Well, it's making noise. So I don't know if this one's... not quite sure. I think you have to turn the paper on somewhere. I can't remember how to do that though. But yeah. Oh, it says E. Oh, it says E. There's an E on there now. So how to... I presume I've got to release the paper somehow. Hang on, let me see what that does there. That looks promising. How do I do this now? I think I've got to release the paper somewhere. Yep, I'll have to look after them. Bennu's thermal papier. It says here. How do I do this? I shouldn't be mucking around with this while we're doing the show, should I really? Bum, bum. No, there's still an E on there. Turn it off and turn it on again. No, the E's still there. That must be a paper jam, I would imagine. So I'll work on that. But yes, so I bought one for the luxury waterside media centre as well. These are not new items, you know. But I must say, this one, if it is, well, it must be second hand. It's really clean. You know, you usually get a bit of dust on it or something like that, don't you? Anyway, there we are. Put it over there. See if I can play with that a little bit later. So, how blooming wonderful is that, eh? Patricia in Manchester says, I'm trying to behave myself here. My mate is not so young. This is the one having a perm done. And I apparently can't tell you his exact age. How vain. What, and he's having a perm at his age? That's for the youngsters, isn't it? She says, I'm trying to... we have done all sorts of... his exact age. How vain. If it all goes wrong, he will act as if nothing is wrong to prove a point, like he did about 10 years ago with his fake tan application of a cheap product, Duro Tan, price 99 pence. You get what you pay for, love. Like going on a Ryanair flight. Don't expect a seat. It was me defending him in the local chippy when people said things. I just love him. Thank you very much. I love it. I love it. Okay, so they're the new teleprinters there. All right, my darlings. Now, here's a question then. What things have manufacturers convinced you to use that you never needed before? And I thought of this when I picked up some more of these in Aldi the other day. Mini maracas. But they're not mini maracas, are they? They're not mini maracas. Opening the phone line. There you go. Phone line open now if you want to call in. That's the number to call in, okay? It won't accept calls from withheld numbers, okay? If you get withheld number, then it will just chuck you out. It won't even ring on the phone anymore, okay? So I'll put a stop to that. Either some dickhead last week kept trying to ring in. I'm always one step ahead, my dear. All right, so there we are. This is the latest thing that I think we all buy, or a lot of people for this buy, and we don't really use it. for the washing machine, a scent booster. Scent booster. We were really happy with washing up powder or washing up, the liquid one that you pour into the washing machine, and a bit of fabric conditioner, weren't we? Didn't need these. But once you use them, you buy them all the time now, don't you? £2.50 that was. Not a small amount to pay. And it makes everything smell nice. I haven't tried this one yet. The gold allure, it says. I've got to open it. We'll have a little sniff of this, see what it's like. Who uses scent boosters? Anyone? There's no show next week, incidentally, gang. Okay, just to let you know. Scent boosters. Hello, Matthew. Ooh. Well, it's quite strong. You see, I wonder how many little kids eat these and think they're sweets and then end up in the hospital. Quite dangerous, really, aren't they, when you think about them? Because they look like sweets, don't they? Can you think of anything else that manufacturers... There we go. Where's that gone? Has it gone in my bling keyboard? Oh, God, look. I bet that's gone in the keyboard. Oh, isn't it hopeless? When I did that, loads of dust came out of the keyboards. There must be filthy things, mustn't they? Computer keyboards, when you think about it. Anyone else use these? Anyone use those? Do you? It's just another one of those things that manufacturers have convinced us you need these. And we never needed them. Something to sell. Isn't it? We really never needed these. But once you've kind of bought a couple of them, oh, it's not bad, is it? You just keep buying them and you don't really need them. Crazy, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Right, phone line's open. 020 8144 3477 is my local London number if you want to join in there. There's Mark Bowles. Evening, Mark. You missed my legs earlier. He's just dropped his little boy back. His name's gone right out of my head. TJ. CJ? Oh, God, what is it? I've forgotten his name. I'm sorry, Mark. What's his name? CJ? TJ? J? What's your little boy's name? I can't remember. And where have you been today? What exciting activities did you take him on today? And how much did it cost? You missed my legs earlier, Mark. I'm just going to show Mark's legs. There you go, Mark. There you go, Mark. Look at those. Look, solid. Look, they don't... Can you see? They don't like wobble when I hit them. Are your legs like that at all? I hope so. Oh dear. Hot Point Washer Lover doesn't buy them. He can't afford them. A waste of money. You don't really need things like that, my love. Seriously, you don't. Don't need anything like that at all, those things there. Gary wants me to try one of the So Soft Gold Allure scent to see if they are actually like sweets. I don't know what sort of damage you do. Mind you, with my constipation problem, that might be an idea. Maybe it'll clear me out a little bit. SJ, that's it, SJ. I'm sorry, Mark. That's his little boy's name, SJ. Do you shave your legs? No, I don't. The hairs never grew. Look, they never grew. Look, didn't grow anywhere. Not even up here. There's my thighs, Mark. Can you see my thighs? They're quite nice, aren't they? Eh? They're quite nice. They look a lot better than some of these girls in the swimming pool, isn't it? Anyway, with their thongs on, arse cheeks, flapping around all over the place. It's awful. My friend who works there, Ben, he's not been there long, only a few months now. My mate's all over him. 18. I said, mate, he's 18, you're 52. Do you know what I mean? I do have morals. Yes, I do. Anyway, Ben, he's at that age now where he wants to, where he looks at all these girls and he wants to date them all. I watch him. They come in with all these arse cheeks flapping around all over the place. He's like that. So go on then. I know you want to. And he laughs. Oh dear. Mark uses scent boosters. Don't need them, but I agree. It's something you keep buying. Silly, really. There's loads of stuff like that. I always think, and I've mentioned this before, like when you see these adverts for meal deal, which is a sandwich, a bag of crisps and a bottle of drink. It's not a meal. It's a snack. It's not a meal. Yet we've all been convinced, not me, you've been convinced, some of you, that is a meal. That is not a meal. A meal is potatoes, vegetables and something else. Usually a piece of meat, unless like me, you're one of them vegetarian people. In which case you have something that looks like meat, but hasn't been walking around and is now dead. My sister loves it, to be having a dinner and then or one of the family will make a mention of how nice it is to be eating this dead pig. They think it winds me up. I just look at them and think you're an idiot. Oh dear. No one else? No one else talking about the there? No one else talking about the things? No, but that hasn't worked, is it? Never mind. Let's move on. Could be a short show today. A trip to the dentist. That's where I went this week. I'm now the proud owner of a lovely filling. Something sorted. At last. All these bleeding health issues. At last, one of them has been sorted. Well, two of them this year. The lungs seem to be fairly clear now. All the time. And the tooth has been done. I can't remember how long ago it was now. Hang on. Was it July? When did the filling fall out? Very busy person. Very busy. Not too busy for you, Mark. If you want to meet up, always find time for you. I'm going to the family to Scotland next week. Going to Scotland on Saturday. But if you want to meet instead on Saturday, let me know and I'll just cancel it. Perhaps you'd like to come to Scotland with me. Meet my niece and her family. There you are. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? This is Chris. My niece would go, this is Chris and his special friends. And the kids say, no, it ain't. It's his boyfriend. The kids know. They know. Why do people sugarcoat it all? This is Chris's special friend. No, it ain't. It's his boyfriend, Mum. I love kids. They're so honest. Chris, why is there a big blob on your head? And they go like that and they hit it. Hurts. You can hit me if you want to, Mark. Anyway, let me see. When did this filling drop out? Who's Dr. Lipman? Oh, that's the chest bloke, wasn't it? At Debs, Coworth Park. You still there, Debs? I don't know now. When does it go to the bleeding dentist? Hygienist? Eucharistic minister? Was it don't tell it was June, was it? Must have written it down here somewhere. Maybe it was July, maybe. Oh, there we are. 6th of August I went to the dentist. 6th of August I went to the dentist and to have a look at the filling that had dropped out. There was no pain. I was lucky. There was no pain whatsoever. And what happened is that I was flossing my teeth one night. I hope you do flossing. We don't like people with smelly breath. It's one of the... I think it's worse than BO's smelly breath. Oh, hello, Chris. We all know them. We all know them. We just don't tell them, even when they're friends. Excuse me, mate. Your breath stinks. Stinks of dog dirt. What do these people eat? Anyway, I was flossing my teeth, and the bit of floss, as often has happened in that particular place, got stuck. And it usually breaks. This time it didn't break. It pulled out the filling. Must have been loose though for that to happen. But there was never any pain. You know, it didn't start becoming really sensitive when I touched it with hot or cold stuff or anything like that. So I was lucky. Went to the dentist, I think almost the next day it was. What was it? That happened on a Saturday night. And then I went to the dentist on the Wednesday. Oh, yeah, so it was a few days between. But there was no pain. When I rang up on the Monday morning, because it happened on Saturday night, she did say, is there any pain? So I said, no, none at all. She said, OK, well, you're lucky then. Can we do Wednesday, 12:15? So Wednesday, 12:15, why not? And she had a little look. And all was well and good. She said, OK, I can't do this now as it's quite a large filling. It did cost a bit of money, though. The options were NHS filling, silver, 75 quid, which I would have been happy with that. I'm not bothered too much about how things look. They don't really bother me. And she said to me, the only thing with it, I'm not sure it's going to stick very well because it's a very large filling. I said, OK, what's the other option? She said you can have a crown, NHS crown, 320 quid, or you can have a white filling, which is just over 300 quid. OK. The crown thing, I didn't like the idea of having something else in my mouth, if you see what I mean, which is slightly bigger than the tooth. I'm sure you probably get used to it, but I didn't really want that. So I went for the white filling, which was 300 quid, not done on the NHS. And last Wednesday, I went in there. Ever such a nice lady. She's from Canada. That's the one where I did accidental racism, because she's got like quite a dark, almost Asian coloured skin. And when I went in there, I'm checking in. I said, you know, when I went with the problem 3 or 4 weeks before that, she said, which dentist is it? I said, oh, it's the Asian. I go, Asian? It's we haven't got an Asian. Oh, well, she's slightly dark. Oh, she's Canadian. Oh, right. Oh, my God. Accidental racism, that is, you know. So anyway, I went in to see her, and they were running 10 minutes early when I had the filling done. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, was it? Was Tuesday or Wednesday? One of those days this week. Went in there, sat down. Hello, Chris, how are you? All right. So we're doing a white filling for you today. Yep, OK. OK, let's have a little look then. So she's having a little look. All right. And then I can't remember what she said now. She said, well, have you had your teeth cleaned? I said, yeah, I went to the hygienist. Oh, yes. She said, I can see that. I said, I hate the hygienist. She said, why? I said, they're always much more painful than you. Do you find that? That bleeding sonic screwdriver thing they use. It's worse than the drill, because of course they don't use any injections in there. They're just blasting this muck, this cement that has appeared on your teeth from places. I don't know where. Plaque, isn't it? Plaque. Anyway, so she said, oh, OK, let's have a look then. Right, OK. And she says, I'll numb that up. I said, OK. I said, if I can just ask her, do you need to do that? She said, why? She said, do you not like needles? I said, not really. I said, is there any drilling to do? She said, yeah. She said, but only around the outside. OK. She said, well, it's up to you. What would you like to do? I said, what's the chances of you hitting something and me jumping out my skin? She said, 0. OK. If we can do it without the injections. OK, she said, I'll be very careful. She said, if at any point you want me to stop, just lift your hand and I'll stop straight away. OK, fine. So off she went with her little thing around the outside. That lasted a minute, if that. Can't have been more than a minute she was going around with this drill thing. And then she gets the white plastic stuff and starts poking it in the hole, doesn't she? And then that ultraviolet light comes, you know, where they have a little bit of plastic they put there, I think to protect your eyes, and you get it click and it gets a little bit warm in your mouth. And you go beep, and that's done. She puts another bit in and does that. And then she waits a little while and files it down with another machine. OK. She had a blue bit of paper. She had grind your teeth on there, forwards and backwards. She looks at this bit of paper. I said, right, open up. OK, close your mouth. See how that is now. I went like that. She said, is it all right? I said, well, it feels a little bit higher. OK, I'll take a bit more out. I said, actually, I thought it might be a bit of grit. I said, can I wash that first? Yeah, no problem. So I washed that and I said, no, you've done it. That's it. So that's it. Got it right first time. How many times does that happen now? With things. Got it right first time. So happy days. Managed to get that right first time. And that was it. I left, cost me 300 quid. I'd already paid 150 quid. But very happy with the service I got in there. Really happy. I cut Smile Dentists in Bracknell, I think they are. And she's ever so nice. And I left there and I was really happy that at last something had been sorted out. One of my medical things had been sorted out at last. You know, I was so pleased, and for the rest of the day I was on a bit of a high. Soon went back down to the same level the next day when the pain came back on in my stomach though. But at least I feel I sorted one thing out. Then there's the corn on my foot. Mark, I'm falling apart, mate. I don't know how much longer you've got. I've got to wait for you to rescue me from all of this, love. So I've got a corn on the foot, so I've got corn plasters from that. I was doing that wrong for 3 days. I took a plaster out and put it on. Little did I realise there's a little bit in the centre that you have to put on first. That's the bit with the acid on it to burn holes in your foot and remove the offended piece of dead skin or whatever it is growing on the side. God. So for 3 or 4 days, I think it was, I was putting these plasters on wrong, which my sister bought me at no cost to me. Happy days. Oh dear. Mark, bad breath, awful dear. Been eating a bag of crap, some people. Teeth like council bins. 1 green, 1 brown and 1 missing. Very good. Oh dear. Don't forget, gang, you want to join in? Send us a message on the text 07451 287 337. It's just a local text number, okay? Or you can email in the show, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. So there we are. That was my trip to the dentist. I'm very pleased I was. And she did say, you know, if you get any swelling or it starts becoming painful, you might get sensitivity for a few days. Ignore that, but if it gets really painful, come back and see us. And I've had nothing, and that's like 5 days now. So she's obviously done it. Happy days. I just wish they'd sort out my stomach thing. I rung up about that on Wednesday, and doctor again, paramedic this time. That's okay. I've seen the paramedic there. He's a really nice man. He's not very young, old. I don't think he's about 38, 40, something like that. And he said, oh, I'm very sorry that you're still having these problems. He said, try this. And he said to change the time I have these acid pill tablets, omeprazole, I think they're called, something like that. Where's my bleep pen gone? There it is. Change the time of these acid things. And what's the other thing he said? Oh, I can't remember what else he said to do now. Can't remember. Give that 2 weeks, and if that won't, then we might have to have a gaspirotomy. Camera down the throat. Yeah. So, anyway, we'll see. But it is starting to quite get to me, all these things. But there you are. It's one of those things, all right? Okie doke, boys and girls. What else have we got here today? Would you do this to get a bit of money? Now, this is a great story. Oh, by the way, can I ask you, did we do the Katie Price on the plane story or not? I got a feeling we did it last week, but I can't remember if we did or not. Anyone remember if we did the Katie Price on the plane story and whether or not you wanted to sit behind him or not? Something like that, okay? Alrighty. Gary Ross sent this in. We did actually do this story on the radio show the week just gone, and I find it mildly amusing, if not, you know, a little bit worrying, to be honest. Here we go. BBC News site. An NHS vascular surgeon, I think that's veins, isn't it? Oh, we got a call coming in. Let's take a call. Hello, who's on the line, please?
Hi, Chris. It's Patricia from Manchester.
How wonderful to hear you, Patricia, for the first time ever. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
You got a lovely, lovely, sweet voice. Are you nervous?
Yes.
Yeah, you've no need to be nervous. Don't worry about being nervous. Don't worry about sort of drying up if you can't think. Most people ring in and they don't really know what to say. That's okay. If you dry up, I'll chip in with a bit here and there. You know.
All right.
Is it to do with your mates? Patricia in Manchester, everyone. Rounds of applause. How wonderful to hear your voice. Hello. Is it about your mate's perm?
It is, yeah, but I just wanted to say hi, and it's lovely how you always try and fit in everyone's messages and reply to them. So, yeah, my friend's downstairs with his perm, and he's talking away with my mum.
Right.
So they're watching an episode of Gogglebox, so I'm hoping he'll remember to wash it off soon.
Has he dyed it as well?
In the past I have, yeah, but today he's just decided to perm his hair, and there's no talking him out of things, so he's just a bit of a daft bugger, you know.
Oh, my word. Is there much hair to go? Can I ask how old he is?
He's 62.
And he's having his hair so same age as me. He's having his hair permed at 62.
Yeah, I mean, look, he used to dye it like Gary Newman, so at least we're not going down that road tonight.
Honestly, Patricia, these old duffers, they do anything to try and keep looking young, don't they? Please don't tell me he wears Speedos in the swimming pool as well.
Well, he probably wears Speedos when he's on the roof because he's a roofer.
Oh, no, is he?
And he's a big character. You love him. He's big in every way, you know. He's so loving and kind, and he works hard. But when he sets his mind to something, then, you know, over the years I've tried to talk him out of things, and there's no point. So we just get on with it.
What other stuff have you done with him? Like, it's a bit sort of, you think, why are you doing this? Is there anything else?
When I was at school, my mum wanted me to be a hairdresser, so I went and trained as a hairdresser, and it wasn't for me. And so I used to practice on him, and he used to practice on me. So I started off with like a Kylie Minogue look, and ended up with like a Sinead O'Connor.
I mean, when I do I've started cutting my own hair again, actually. I've got there's a couple of different things for really close cuts. I don't really want to do a completely bald one. I don't, you know, where you'd put your hand across and you couldn't feel anything other than, you know, skin. That's not really for me. But I do go to the lowest setting you can get to before you go to that point. And I've started doing it myself now. Not so much to save the money, because they only used to charge me £11. I was only in the chair 10 minutes, you know. Not like some of these lads in there. And I was the same when I was young, you know. Oh, could you do... Oh, my mates... Well, you wouldn't want to cut my mates there. Oh, can you just do that there? Oh, that bit's a living... Oh, it's so fussy. So fussy. I just sit there, you know. I wait there, look at myself in the mirror. Then they finish. Everything all right? Yeah, thanks very much, mate. And I give them hand over the £11. And then they usually get 3 or 4 quid tip from me, and out I go. It's not so much that, it's the fact that I have to go to the hairdressers. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and there's 2 hours gone then. 2 hours.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the same for me. I get my hair, I've got a lot of hair, and I sit there for 2, 3, 4 hours just talking nonsense, really. It's the same old questions, where have you been on holiday and all of that.
Yeah.
But as for my mate, if I buy nail polish, he puts it on for me, and we're just like girly friends, you know. He blames it on my T-Rex obsession, and I love Mark Bolan and David Bowie and stuff like that. So, and when we were like kids, I used to say to him, you know, can I put ribbons in your hair like Boy George? And he'd run away screaming, but I'd catch him and do it anyway.
Was it Mark Bolan died smashing into a tree in Putney? Barnes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was. Yeah, I used to drive past that several times a day when I was working for British Telecom, that actual tree. And it was on a bridge. It was along like this humpback bridge. And just as you went over it, there would be a tree there. I believe it was cut down some years ago now. There was a tree there with all these ribbons on it, you know, where the lad hit the tree there.
Fantastic musician. I mean, I was, as a kid, I was in my uncle's, Ford Cortina or whatever it was, and he'd have David Bowie on, and it would be Mark Bolan, all that sort of music.
Yeah.
And I liked all the music of the 80s. So when you do like your music things on the radio, that's if the past 80s and early 90s, I probably won't get them.
Okay.
Tune is what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, what was that sort of music called? So it was Mark Bolan. That was all that like glitter music, wasn't it? I can't think what they used to call that now.
It was the glam rock.
Glam rock, that's it. Thank you very much. Glam rock, yeah. T-Rex and all that. We used to have...
exciting.
Yeah, we used to have a tranny lady. She did T-Rex. She died, I think it was last year or early this year now. She would always come on. Is it Get It On? I think that was the one she did.
Yeah, Get It On.
Get It On. I think she would come on and do Get It On, yeah. Oh, and her other half. They were both trannies and they were lovely, lovely people. Lovely people. Yeah, really lovely people. I wasn't so much in... Go on.
Sorry, love.
Sorry, Patricia.
You were into that sort of era where you were into more 90s?
Me? No, I wasn't into the glam rock. My sister was. She was actually a big fan of Gary Glitter. And she had posters of him all over the wall. I wasn't so much into the glam rock. I liked the pop stuff and soul. I liked 80s soul. And
yeah, I like that too, yeah.
Yeah, anything that was played with a big orchestra. For example, ABC, you know, The Look of Love.
Yeah, of course.
Going back further than that, quite a lot of the black artists who like wore really nice clothes, like the Stylistics.
Wow, yeah, great.
Oh, fantastic. Jackie Graham, 80s, Stylistics, 70s.
Yeah.
Sex Machine. Oh, what's his name? Vera sings that, actually. Vera from Vera's Choice in the Morning. I get up, I feel like being a sex machine. The Stock Aitken and Waterman stuff I really like. I like disco. Donna Summer. The 3 Degrees. 3 Degrees. Yeah. And anything that had a big orchestra behind it, you know.
And then, Mum liked Frank Sinatra. It was big Frank Sinatra and Tom Jones. Sort of all that music when you're growing up, it does really impact on your choices, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not one sort of music I like. I like Doris Day, for example.
Okay.
Depends what mood you're in, I guess.
My mum used to like Doris Day. And my nephew, funnily enough, the younger nephew, Jimmy, who's 20, I think he's 27 or 28 now, it's their anniversary today, him and his wife, Charlotte. They got 2 children so far. There's Happy Frank and there's baby Ernie. Far, I'm hopefully taking them to Paris in end of November, beginning of December. I've got to pay for that. I forgot to pay for that. And, he's very much into Frank Sinatra. There were 3 of them, Frank Sinatra and 2 others. I can't think of the other 2 names now. Not Perry Como. I know, they were proper, like, wide boys, you know, like gangster type.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
There were 3 of them. I can't think. I think it might be Sammy Davis Jr., the black lad. And because he was thin and tall. I can't think who the other one was now, though.
I can see them in my mind. It was 3 that used to sing on stage together, and one of them used to hold a glass of whiskey or brandy or something.
That's right. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see his face now. Rat Pack. Hang on. Oh, how annoying is that? Hang on. Who are Rat Pack? Rat Pack. His name is right on my tongue. Rat Pack. Oh, there's his Dean Martin. Dean Martin, that was the other one.
Yeah, cool.
Dean Martin, yeah. Oh, hello to Paul Dale joining us. Evening, Paul. Yeah, Dean Martin was the one. And funnily enough, when we went to Vegas, I took him to Vegas about 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 6 or 7 years ago now. We saw a Rat Pack show. And it was really good, really good. The jokes were of that time as well. And there were 3 of them in this room in a hotel in Vegas, you know, like a smallest theatre. I mean, it was a great night. Really, really good night. They were singing their old songs, all live, you know, no miming going on there.
Yeah.
And, very, very good indeed, Patricia.
So is it, did you say it was an anniversary?
Yes, it's their wedding anniversary today. My nephew and his wife.
Then.
Yeah, Jimmy, they don't watch this, Jimmy and Charlotte. So happy anniversary to them. It was a year ago today that we were all up in Lincolnshire at the wedding. Yeah. And he did it all himself. he arranged all the thing himself. And I remember saying to my mate, when I was talking to him, I would ring him now and again and say, how's it getting on with the wedding? Oh, yeah, it's all right. And I remember saying to my mate, I said, I've just spoken to Jimmy about his wedding. He doesn't seem very nervous at all about any of it. He said, oh, I know why that is. And I said, why? He said, well, he's got it all under control. I said, do you think so? He said, absolutely. If he's not nervous, it's all under control. And the day came and went and everything worked. Everything ran like clockwork. Yeah.
Well done.
My nephew.
I did my mum's 80th birthday 2 years ago, and I planned it for 18 months down to, you know, every single bit of music, the food she'd like, all the friends and family. It was perfect. I suppose it's a bit of a control freak.
No, I don't. There's nothing.
Get on with it.
There's nothing wrong with that. Someone has to be in control. And I've got to admit, over the years, when I've been like DJing, in particular in the Black Cat, there were now and again big events, right? And I was kind of in the middle of it all. So when someone comes up to you and say, oh, I've been booked to do the DJing. Well, who booked you to do some DJing? Oh, someone said it would be all right if I come. And I'm like, well, I don't know where I'm going to put you. I said, this is all timed. It all has to run to that. Because, you know, it comes to time. You can't go over that time. That's a licensing issue. You know, and I always remember there was one DJ in particular, I don't know who he was, turned up with a big crate of records, put them down and says, all right, who are you? Oh, I've come to do some DJing, like I just told you. Anyway, and I'm putting in artists on the stage, drag queens and singers, and one would come off, and you look at the time, oh, it's time for the next one. On they'd go. There was no time for any DJing. And so the night finished, he was fuming, never said anything to me. And someone go, well, you could have put him on for a couple of minutes. And I'm like, where? You know, and that's the only thing, you know, you have to say no to people. And make sure, otherwise it all goes out the window. It's a bit like a dentist. Again, my mate once went to the dentist 10 minutes late. I said, oh, well, we can't see you. Why not? Well, you're 10 minutes late. Yeah, but it's only 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes for you. So that would put the next one 10 minutes late. The one after them 10 minutes late. Oh, they're 5 minutes late. So then we're now 15 minutes late. And it just builds and builds and builds. This is a bit like in a doctor's surgery. And by the end of the night, you know, at the end of the day, your 11 o'clock appointment is now 12:30 because people couldn't stick to their time. Oh, no, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Say no. No, you can't do it. But that's
good timekeeper.
Yeah, it's
really
not.
Good timekeeper, yeah.
Yeah, it's not something I enjoy because I don't like being lead. I don't like it being the leader. But there are certain things that I do that you don't really have a choice. I really don't like leading the choir at church. Believe it or not.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
no, I really don't. I really don't. But if you don't, then the whole thing will fall apart. You know, there are certain people in the choir who drag. You know, you're playing at one speed and you can hear them behind you singing 2 bars behind everyone else. And you the way I sort that out is to sing myself. Now, luckily, I've got a really loud voice, so once I start singing, they think, "Oh, we're going with him." If you see what I mean. But I really don't. I'm not a leader. Never been a leader. Not really.
No.
You're just like yourself. You were forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've worked in a profession where you've got to be quite quick-minded and make decisions very quickly.
Yes.
But personally, I'd rather be in the background. As you know, I'm a cat lover, and I do a lot of volunteers for cats. So that's my happiness. When my mum's best friend was called Linda, and her son's a Catholic priest, and we spent a lot of time talking about, because I can't say it because I'm on the radio.
Catholicism.
And being in church and all the experiences of that is great, but by no means, I think people would think that I'd like to be a leader because of my profession, but in reality, I like being in the background. But if you need a male, step up.
Yeah. There are some people who absolutely love it. And most of them are arseholes, let's be honest.
They know nothing.
If I walk into a
person in the room,
if I walk into someone and there's someone walking around with a clipboard or an iPad, I look at them, I think, dickhead.
Yeah, I mean, I was told my desk was too tidy once, and it's too tidy. You mustn't have anything to do. Make it look messy, and you look like you're out of control, and it's too much going on.
Yeah, it really is.
Way. Well, I can't live like that.
Well, I think you better go downstairs and check that he's washed it off.
Yeah,
'cause
it can be on fire. So.
time is passing, isn't it?
Oh, so it's great speaking to you, Chris. Honestly, it's lovely. Thank
You too, Manchester Patricia. Thanks ever so much, my love.
You can call me Patricia now, obviously.
Just Patricia?
Patricia's my Sunday name.
Oh, Patricia in Manchester's all right. It sounds good.
Patricia.
Tell her, love.
Love to everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. How lovely to speak to Patricia in Manchester, don't you think, gang? Oh, that's made my night, that is. Speaking to people for the first time there. All right. Deb says you could ask the dragger to lead. I don't know. I should have. I'll leave that to you, Patricia. Perhaps you'd like to ask them, if assuming that you know who that is, Debs. Vera. Chris, your nephew Gary would like... Oh, I've read that, haven't I? Your nephew Gary would like you at Christmas. Seems to be another message there from Vera, which is stuck. I've only got the first two letters. How strange. Oh, if I call you queer, is that accidental puffism? No, I hate that word. You'll find most people over the age of 55 absolutely hate that word. The youngsters have reclaimed the word. We hate it. You'll find that a lot of the over 55s absolutely hate that word, queer. I really hate that. Mark should be used to having things. Thank you very much, Mark. You're so rude sometimes, Mark. I love it. I love it. Evening to Jason's son. He was at the karaoke last night. Evening, Jason is watching the show. Thank you for the karaoke last night. I went there with a friend, Alan from church. Oh, was Alan, was it, last night? He's a great singer. He used to do choir at Pink Singers. I remember that. I remember Pink Singers. Good to see you. Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you for joining in there. Don't forget, gang, send us a direct message there. Carl's there. Evening to Carl, who sent me spiders from last week. Thank you, Carl. Pictures of spiders from last week. Thank you, Carl. Sure. We've got a missing sector spider. It's a funny looking thing. Black spiders of the UK, these are. Black lace web spider, buzzing spider, cardinal spider. Oh, God. Horrible pictures of spiders people are sending me there. Thank you very much, Carl. It's quite difficult to actually get them on the system unless it's something like really important, so I tend to leave them. Thank you, Debs. Pictures of the Mark Bolan thing there. Oh, he's got a little grotto, is he? Where's the grotto then? I didn't know that. She's been there. There's a little Mark Bolan grotto. Whereabouts is that, Debs? Thank you very much. And she also sends in a picture of her cat. We'll get the picture of the cat. As I say, it is a bit arse about way to get pictures on here once we're doing a show. But we'll see what we can do. Hang on. Let me rename that as cat. Otherwise, I can't find it. Cat Debs. Yeah, she got a lovely cat. She imported the cat. Thousands of pounds. She adopted this cat. Right, let me see if I can get this in. Do 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 do. Temp image. Ba 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 da ba. I forget what we're not doing a radio show sometimes, so it doesn't matter too much, does it, when I'm doing bits and pieces here? Because you can see what's kind of going on. There we are. Oh, it's not come up. Oh, there it is. There we are. Deb's cat. Oh, look at it. There we go. Deb's cat. Look. Here, kitty, kitty. Thank you, Debs. That's her cat, Duchess the cat. What a lovely creature. Thank you, Debs. Oh, that little thing's on the bridge, is it? That what do you call it? That little memorial thing to the great Mr. Bolan there. Thank you very much. Good. Right. Okie doke. Moving on. What else have we got here? That's what we were going to do. Would you do this to get a bit of money? That's what we were doing. Why did we stop doing that? Oh, we had the phone call coming, didn't we? An NHS vascular surgeon who had his own legs removed has been jailed for 2 years and 8 months for insurance fraud. He also had dodgy pictures on his internet, but we're not really interested in that side of the thing. It's too serious for us, so we try and keep it fairly light-hearted, all right? Neil Hopper, 49, is from Truro in Cornwall. That's not too far away from Mark Bowles. Do you know him, Mark? Carried out hundreds of amputation operations before having his own legs removed in 2019. Truro, would you do this for money? Truro Crown Court heard he lied to insurers by claiming that injuries to his legs were the result of sepsis and not self-inflicted. It heard that in May 2019, he had below-knee amputations after a mysterious illness. Very strange and mysterious. Very strange. Where's Mystic Derek gone? We missed Mystic Derek, didn't we? He had in fact used ice and dry ice to freeze his own legs so that they had to be removed. Gosh. The court heard he admitted 2 counts of fraud. It's unbelievable. The fraudulent insurance claims from 2 firms totalled more than £466,000. I mean, would you have anything removed at all? You know, to get money? Would you do something like that? What if you were desperate? There are people in other countries, they sell a kidney, don't they? I know this. Can you sell 1 lung? Does that work, or do you need both of those? I don't know. No, you hear of people that have 1 lung removed, don't you? You do hear of that. 2 legs, £466,000, which in the grand scheme of things, how old is he? 49. That ain't going to keep you going very long, is it? 400. I know it sounds a lot of money, but actually it's not. £466,000 to lose your mobility. Would you take that? I wouldn't. Don't think I would. No. Horrible. Neil Hopper. Is that his... Can't be. Surely that's not his real name, is it? Neil Hopper without any legs. Evening to John Allensby joining us there. Hello, John. Welcome along to the show. Oh, dear. One of those things. I think, did I see Roy there as well? Roy Brownlow's with us tonight again. All right. Okay. Would you be happy with someone buried in your garden? How do you feel about that? I bet it's a member of your own household. Would you want them buried in your garden? Sharon Osbourne. Facing a painful dilemma after fulfilling Ozzy's dying wish to be buried under a crabtree apple tree in the garden of their sprawling estate. When Ozzy Osbourne asked his beloved wife and children to bury him under a crab apple tree in the garden of the family's sprawling Buckinghamshire estate, they immediately agreed it was, of course, his dying wish and a place where they could remember him. Would you be okay with that? You know, perhaps have a look at someone in your family, I don't know, whoever. Like them buried in your garden? Or not? He wrote in his 2009 autobiography, I Am Ozzy, that he wanted to be buried under a fruit tree so the kids can make wine out of me and get pissed out of their heads. Okay. He'd repeated the request to Sharon in person, telling her, don't cremate me, whatever you do. I want to be put in the ground in a nice garden somewhere with a tree planted over my head, a crab tree preferably. So when the legendary Black Sabbath frontman died in July, may he rest in peace, following a long battle with Parkinson's, his wife Sharon dutifully carried out his wishes. Now, however, I can reveal that the final act of love for her husband of 43 years has left Sharon with a painful dilemma. For while Ozzy is buried in the grounds of Welder's house, a Grade 2 listed Georgian mansion in the village of Jordans, Buckinghamshire, which the couple bought in 1993, their 3 children, Amy, Jack and Kelly, as well as their 5 children, have all now decamped Britain and gone back to Los Angeles, leaving Sharon grieving alone. That's harsh, isn't it? Yeah. That'll probably come back and hit them at some point. I remember when my father died, and obviously I went to the funeral, I went to mum's, and then after the funeral was always done, I came home. Hindsight tells me I should have stayed. Hindsight is a thing, isn't it? Really, you've done all sorts of things in the past. Oh God, I wish I hadn't done that, or I wish I'd done that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, things come and hit me left, right, and centre. Now I'm 62, and thinking about I did this. Oh my God, did I really do that? Did I really say that? I'm probably still doing some of these things now. That's the funny thing. Difficult though. Is it the right thing to stay with someone when their other half is gone, or is it actually better to leave? I don't know. I think probably hindsight tells me I should have stayed a while. Sharon's children didn't either. Sharon, I didn't know she was 72. She's a doting grandmother, and she misses them all. She'll have to sell up and go to LA then. I think she could be quite happy in LA. Didn't they live there at some point? LA? When I went to LA in June this year, California, LA, I was surprised at the difference. It's just like everywhere else, there's the LA you see on the telly, the LA, the really derelict LA, one of those places is the main road in Hollywood, where the stars are, homeless people and druggies all over the place. And then you go up the hill to where someone like Sharon perhaps would have a house, and it's all nice and lovely. When I did go on a little bus trip up Hollywood back in June, and the cab dropped us off at the on the main road where the little bus trip was, and I got out and I thought, what a dump. I looked around and thought, what a dump. I couldn't believe this was Hollywood. I don't know, you expect flowers and lights everywhere, don't you? It was like Clapham High Street, dump. And it is a dump. Clapham High Street, you want to live there, good luck with that, mate. A lot of money to live in Clapham. I wouldn't want to live there. What a dump that is. Traffic and dodgy people all over the place. Nah, I wouldn't want it. Different parts of California are the same. Hollywood, I thought that was a dump. I wouldn't want to live in that road, thank you very much. Go up the hill, that's where all the posh houses are. And the trip is sold to you, go and see the houses where other people live. Well, in reality, you don't really see their houses. About the only house we saw was Piers Morgan's house, which was not behind great big gates. Most of them are behind big gates. And when I say big gates, these gates are like 20 foot high. You can't see past them. So when you go, oh, this is Rihanna's house, and you're looking at this pair of black painted doors. Bit of a waste of money, really. I went past the Beverly Hills Hotel. I wouldn't mind staying there. Bit dear. It's actually not as expensive as Claridge's. So maybe so one day. Maybe a night or two, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't want to spend a whole week down there. Going to cost you thousands. So that was nice. But 2 different parts, you see. The main street in Hollywood, dump. Just up the road, 10 minutes up the road, 5-10 minutes up the road. Different world. Same as in London. There's nice parts of London. Some really nice parts of Richmond. And again, there's some bits of Richmond you wouldn't really want to live in. Kew, that's a nice place. Kew. Hackney? Oof, blimey. No, not really. So I suppose she would be happy in LA. I was walking one night. It was a Saturday night, I think, and I had nothing to do until I was going to Santa Monica in the morning. Oh, what shall I do tonight? I decided to go to the cinema to watch this film about exorcism, I think it was. And I thought, well, I'll walk there. It's only 20 minutes away. It'd be quite nice to see what's there. And I walked past these houses, and that was really nice. Really, really nice walk along the main road, but the roads coming off it was where all the houses were. And you felt completely safe in that part of it. I was told not to go into the central Los Angeles by some people. That's where it's all crap. In fact, around the airport, it's horrible. Just all concrete and all that. I like America very much, as you know. I do like going there for a holiday. I'd like to go back again next year, I think, somewhere. Either California or Florida. Or both, God willing. As long as this stomach thing isn't too serious. I have no idea what that is. Anyway, it says... Sharon is now torn between staying in the UK with Ozzy or leaving him behind and jetting back to a life in California where she will be surrounded by her loved ones. It's difficult, you know. She has a life here. She will, I'm sure, have friends here, perhaps be involved in this, involved in that. This is. I nearly moved to Lincolnshire, as you know, to be nearer to my family. But I'd have to give up so much here, you know, my church staff, the gym. Okay, there's a church up there, there's a gym up there. But you know what I mean. And you've got these people that you've got to know over a period of time. And, of course, my work. In London now, I only do 2 nights. What I'm sitting here doing, I can do anywhere. As you well know, I do it from the caravan. You wouldn't know the difference between the quality at your end. That doesn't look any different. Do you like the new background? No, has anyone mentioned the background? My new autumnal background. We've had the same background up there for 1.5 years. I changed it and no one made a comment. How disappointing. Won't bother anymore. Vera says, no, I wouldn't like anyone buried in the garden. If you sell your house, do you leave them behind? What a good point. I suppose so. I suppose you would. Would it bother you in a graveyard? My nephew's little girl is buried in a graveyard, Olivia. And... we often go up there at night time. She's been gone, I think this is the 3rd year. So either the 3rd or the 4th year she's been gone now. She only got to 7 years old, I think. And we go up there at night. You take a torch and you walk to the grave. And you can't miss her grave because they've put all these little solar lights, little coloured sparkly lights on her grave. And we walk through these other graves on the main path. Do I feel any fear? No, not really. And my sister says, would you like to live into one of those houses over there that backs onto the graveyard? And I'm like, well, wouldn't really bother me. Why? Why would it bother you? Why would it bother you? What are they going to do then? You know? Oh, I don't think it would bother me, really. Roy says, to the church... graveyard behind, stuff that. He wouldn't like that. He says, I didn't buy this house in Norfolk that Ross went to look at for me as the garden backed onto the church graveyard behind. So I don't think it would bother me. Really. Jason. I'm okay with that. In fact, I'd like my ashes scattered into the sea. When it is raining, it is a sign of me to think and come back to visit loved ones. I'm also okay with people to choose to be buried under a tree. It's good for the planet. Yeah, I agree. You can do, is it economic? No. ecology burials. You can do that. Actually, my mate wants that. He wants to be buried in a wicker basket in a forest of bluebells. Because, you know, I honestly believe when you die, okay, when you die, you don't become nothing. You just change into something else, don't you? Who's that famous scientist? You know, you can't destroy anything. It becomes something else, doesn't it? Yeah, so if your house was to burn down, it becomes ashes and smoke. Smoke goes into the air. Doesn't disappear. It's still there. So in those things like with Jason there, Jason's son there, you know, if you get buried, then you become plants and worms and things like that. You just become something else, don't you? I suppose. Don't forget, if you can't text in, you can always use the email there, okay? Chris at chrisreardon.co.uk. Chris at chrisreardon.co.uk is my email, or on the text there, all right? Yeah, it's interesting. I'm sure I got a message there and I can't get into it. How do I? It's a funny thing, actually. The message thing here is the same company, but it's different to the message thing that I have at the pub for some reason. Let me just click on these things. See if I can clear it. I can see a message there and I just can't get it. Strange. There's a little one, like a red one indicated. And it's not coming down for some reason. Oh, there we are. Jason's son. Overall, I respect all kinds of wishes for people to choose how to deal with their remains. There you go. Anyone fancy being eaten? Hello to Mark. Hello to you. Mark. Oh, yes, I know you. Hello, Mark. Long time no speak. Blimey, it must be years. Energy can't be displaced. There you go, you see? You can't destroy anything. Even if old Mr. Putrid sent over a nuclear bomb now, right, and everyone was vaporised, you haven't gone. You've become steam. You've become something else. Then you go into the air. Then you rain down. You can't destroy anything. You just become something else. Hot Point Wash Lover says we all rot anyway. I think some people earlier than others, to be honest. Sometimes I'm doing that karaoke and I look down and I think there's a lot of rotten people in here today. Hello to Pup Bentley. Hello to you. 25 past 4 in the morning where he is in Australia. So thanks for getting up for us. Stopping by to say hi. I'm going to sleep now. He's gone to bed. See you later. All right, Pup Bentley. Night, night, darling. Night, night. Is that everything there? Do. Oh, good night, boys and girls. All right. So that's our things being buried in gardens, my love. He's coming back. Any idea who? Barry Manilow. Yes, Barry Manilow. He's coming back, gang. Yes, thank you. I got my ticket already. Row F. Somewhere in the middle. Sort of around the middle there. Not right bang in the middle. I think I'm to the right of the middle. Row F. A, B, C, D, E, F, 6. That's not too bad, is it? I hope that'll be all right anyway. Join Barry for a night full of hits. Now, you may remember the last time he came. He said he wasn't. That was it. That was his last performance. But no, he's back again. Join Barry for a night full of hits, hearts, and hope as he delivers a night of non-stop fun, and he does. Ever been to a Barry Manilow concert? It is amazing, amazing. So just to let you know, if you want to go and see him, he's in Glasgow. This is in June next year. Glasgow, Leeds, Liverpool, Cardiff, Birmingham and London, England. I'm a fan club member. So we got offered the tickets last Wednesday and they went on general sale on Friday, I think it was. I don't know what sort of tickets are left now. I think, if I'm right in thinking, Vera did have a look for herself, and by the time she got on there, the tickets were quite far away from the front. I can have a quick look for you if you want. Hang on. Let's have a little quick look. Tickets on sale. Where are we? Ticketmaster. Barry Manilow tickets. Let's have a look here. What, should we do London? We'll do London. Wednesday, the June the 17th. It says low availability. Oh my God, it's almost always sold out. Let's have a look. Best seats will be £69. Oh, and that's up in the gods. £69. A section 418 row H. That's all you got left, mate. Gosh. And even they're not near the front. You're going to be way up in the gods. That's for London. I wonder if any of the other places are easier to get tickets. I would imagine Cardiff. Let's have a look in Cardiff. Not my favourite venue, that one, I must say. Stage, road. Oh, we got some. Oh no, not near the stage, really. How many rows back is that? Blimey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 rows back. That's the best ticket you're going to get in the middle. 17 rows back from the front. Wow. So they've all the good ones have gone there. I would imagine they don't sell out quite as quickly as the one when you get all the screaming girls, like when One Direction were a thing and all that. The only thing is, of course, Cardiff and the O2, if you get the tickets on the floor level, it's not tiered. So all you've got to have is some bleeding great big brute in front of you, and you won't be able to see past him, will he? Oh, talking of big brutes, did anyone hear Gary doing his show today? He's doing his show today on Reach on Air. I think he did a show. I know he did one yesterday afternoon, and I heard a bit of that one. But did anyone hear a show today? How did he do technically today? Anyone know? Young Gary? Anyway, so that's Barry Manilow coming back, okay? The other thing coming next week when I'm in Scotland, and I'm hoping to go and see this with my niece up in Scotland, Downton Abbey. The last film ever. Mind you, that's been said before, haven't they? Downton Abbey, the grand final. Downton Abbey, the cinematic return of the global phenomenon. A bit like this show, a global phenomenon. Follows the Crawley family and all their staff as they enter the 1930s. As a beloved cast of characters navigates how to lead Downton Abbey into the future, they must embrace change and welcome a new chapter. So, there we are. So that's coming back on Friday, if you want to go and see that. What will it be like without Dame Maggie Smith? You know, because for me, it was her one-liners. I mean, they were just so funny. She really was that programme to me. I thought she was just amazing. Don't know what it'd be like without her, because this will, of course, be the only film without her. She died in the last film, and maybe she knew she was ill and wanted to be written out like that, which is fine. But will anyone be going to see Downton Abbey, I wonder? Anyone going to see that? Is that your thing at all? Right. Roy. Here we go. Big DG did his show. First 5 minutes sounded like a dirty caller breathing heavily until his engineer's boyfriend, friend Rick, told him on air. He gave up. He got up and running afterwards. He's a natural on the radio talking, to be honest. Try good. Yeah, I heard some yesterday, and I started at the beginning of the show, and I was immediately aware that it wasn't him. It was just the automatic playlist. And then he kind of came in, but he didn't realise. And it was like, as you say there, breathing, and I could, oh, am I on? Am I on? And it was a bit like that, wasn't it? And then he got going, but they couldn't play any music yesterday. For some reason, they couldn't get the music going. But I got to give him his due. He just started talking. And he managed to carry it through. A lot of people would have given up at that point. I can't play the music. I don't know what to do then. You know, if you ever do like a radio show or something like this, you must do it assuming that you will get no messages. That's how you've got to do it, because they don't always come. You know, I can be doing all these subjects here, right? I can do all these subjects sometimes, right? And I look over and there's nothing coming in. Or if you glance into the chat box, all you can see is people talking to each other. And you do sometimes think, why do you bother? Well, you bother because you enjoy doing it. And you mustn't rely on messages coming in from people that are connected to whatever you're talking. So now and again, people do send messages in, and I'm very grateful. But you cannot rely on that, because sometimes they don't come in. You know, you've got to be able to do it. Now, Gary, it sounded like Gary had some sort of preparation in front of him. I think he had things written down. I think, if I remember rightly, yesterday he'd got up at 6 a.m. to get ready for the 1 p.m. show. He had all this stuff written down, but in this stuff included music as well. And he couldn't play the music. Not at first, anyway. So he just started rabbiting away, and he was talking about things he goes out to, like concerts and things like that. And he actually kept going. He kept going until they managed to get the music on. And I heard about 40 minutes of it altogether, including the bits where he got knocked off. I don't know how he got knocked off, but yeah. We're talking, if you don't know what we're talking about, there's a radio station that I do. There is, I'm on there, okay, and lots of other people. Tuesday night I do, and in the morning as well I do. Okay, that's the morning one. And there's other people on there that are often in the chat box here, like Big G, you know. And we all like to have a little bit of a go on there. And it's great fun. Absolutely great fun doing it. And Big G is the latest one to be on there. And actually I might be able to have a little bit of listen at the gym later on when I go up there. I keep forcing myself to do these things, even with this pain. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not, to be honest. Oh dear. Well, good luck to Big G then. He's not with us tonight, is he? Okie doke. So we've done the Sharon Osbourne thing. We've done that one there. Told you about Manilow. Told you about Downton Abbey. Anyone going to Downton Abbey at all? BBC. Do you like the BBC One clock? We got the BBC One clock there. What's that one then? What's that one? Hot Point. What's that one? Any idea? Come on. What's that one? Oh, that reminds me. We had a different clock. One of the days when we was at the caravan, which Vera didn't like. The reason for that, Vera, was the place that we get these clocks from, which are live. They are live clocks, and it wasn't working. None of them were working, so that's why I had to get another one temporarily. What's that Hot Point washer lover? Any idea what that is? Come on, love. He reckons my show's better than Downton Abbey. Do you think so? I'm not sure about that, love. I don't think it is anyway. I look back sometimes on this, bits of it, just to check for quality. Just check that everything looks all right. I wish the karaoke looked as good as this. The thing with the karaoke is the cameras are quite far back from people. The camera in between me and here is about 3-4 foot. It's about 4 foot away from me. At the karaoke, the moving camera is about 4 foot from people, 4 to 8 foot away from people. The other side cameras are like 20 foot away, some of them, and you have to, and it just doesn't look fantastic. Doesn't look as I want it to look, but there's not a lot I can do about that other than to put up some sort of sticks on the side of the stage, and then it gets in people's way who are in the pub. And remember, they are paying the money, not the people watching at home. You know, they're paying to sit there, so they want to see the artists, don't they? You know. Spinning Earth. Not the spinning of the clock, dear. Any idea? Come on, I'll ask you one more time and then I'll tell you. That clock that I use on a Sunday night, what ITV station is that from? Any idea? Someone made me the intro on a site called Fiverr. Fiverr. That's where the intro comes from. And the outro changes once a year. At the moment, we've got the 2025 one. So any idea what that clock is? Now, we were talking Downton Abbey and television in general. Why aren't it funny anymore? Where's the Dad's Army and the hello, hello and keeping up appearances? And where's all the situation comedies gone, eh? It's a shame, isn't it? Maybe you know of situation comedies that are funny. I just don't find these panel games funny. Panels of like Never Mind the Buzzcocks and that sort of thing. Really doesn't do it for me at all. And the lefty comedians like Keith Lemon, just not funny. I don't find them funny. Please insult someone immediately because I'm not finding anything funny. It's like we mentioned The Weakest Link the other week. The bloke on there at the moment, Romish, isn't it? I mean, he's all right, but he's not really that... I don't find it that funny. Not like when Anne Robinson would do it and she'd insult everyone left, right and centre. So much more fun. And it's all gone. Keeping Up Appearances. What's the other one? Are You Being Served? There's one. It Ain't Our Fault, Mum. Hilarious. Where's all the situation comedies now? Is there anything on the telly that's not funny? Bless This. Let's go way back if you want to. Bless This House. And Mothers Makes 3. And Mother Makes 5. Butterflies. Can you name any more? I'll just leave the phone open for another 5 minutes if you want to call in about that. Comedy programmes of the past that were funny. Or if you know of any comedy programmes that are funny on the telly now, please let me know. I never really found the American ones that funny. Different type of humour. I quite like Soap and Benson. I never really watched Happy Days, Friends, The Golden Girls. I didn't really watch anything like that at all. Not really. The American ones didn't. I like Dallas and Dynasty, but they were dramas, weren't they? They were soaps. The Sun reports comedy legends blasts woke and clueless BBC bosses as he says broadcaster has not aired anything funny since The Office. Now, The Office was quite funny, I thought, with Ricky Gervais. I thought that wasn't too bad at all, that one. Yeah, we've got a call coming in now. Hello, who's on the line, please?
It's me.
Hi, Vera, from Vera's Choice in the Morning. How are you, Vera?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Nice to hear you, love.
Oh, good to be here.
What you got for me?
Well, you're speaking about all the wonderful old comedy or old-fashioned comedies that you and I used to love watching.
Yeah.
Well, you can still watch some of the old stuff on entertainment TV, or some, that's on the Freeview channel, like Rising Damp, Birds of a Feather, all that stuff. Two Up, Two Down.
Entertainment TV, you say?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
It's channel 56.
Oh.
The Freeview channel.
Okay.
So all the old and goldie stuff is on there.
Well, I didn't know that.
Constantly.
I didn't know that.
And sometimes they got Are You Being Served on there. All sorts
Well,
of
you've
stuff.
told me something. I shall have a look for that later. Thank you, Vera.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Forget about all the new rubbish, because I don't watch any of this stuff.
No.
I go back to the old stuff.
No, it's pitiful, isn't it, really? It's pitiful
Certainly
what
is.
television... Whoever thought television would end up like it is now? Crap.
Well, they're not... Unlike us, we were tied to the TV, because if you missed an episode of something, there was no repeats. So
That's
you
right,
had to
yeah.
watch it there and then before you had to come home quickly, watch it, and then go out.
Mm-hmm.
But now, everyone's so laid back, you can actually record it and then watch it at a later date. There's no rush to watch it straight away.
I don't even record anything now, Vera. I've just... It's all streamed. I've got this, like, hard disk recorder thing, you know, replacement for the video cassette recorder, and it just sits there, it's sat there. I don't even know if that still works. That's sat there for about 3 or 4 years now, not used. I wonder what's on it, actually. I'll have to plug it in and have a look.
Well, some of those things that got built-in batteries and stuff, it probably won't work now. I mean, chances are it probably will, but what will you be using it for, to be honest?
Yeah,
like
nothing really to use it for.
Yeah, you can go back and watch it on iPlayer, so you don't really need to record it.
Funny, isn't it, the telly now? That's all coming down wires now, isn't it? Don't really need an aerial or a satellite dish. I'm surprised old Sky kept the satellite dishes going. You know, seeing as now that you get all the Sky stuff through a little box what plugs into the internet as well now, don't you?
Yeah,
don't really need a dish.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are taking the dish off the wall. It's now cable.
Yeah.
So you've got Virgin and Sky.
I've still got one in the garden, just because it's still there. The one on the caravan actually blew off. I got, oh yeah, that and the TV aerial as well. One day I remember one day I got there and this satellite dish was just hanging and swinging from side to side, and then it was about 6 months later I got there and I put the telly on. Okay, someone sent me a WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Someone I put the telly on. Where there's no picture. I'm fiddling around with it. I better have a look at the aerial. I went out to the aerial. There it is on the floor. The metal pole had rusted and it had literally snapped. And it was lucky, really, because it would have been high wind, I'm sure. And my caravan, I'm on the end, so I take the full force of the wind. And it's probable that, you know, this thing went flying off and was just ended up down on the floor. But, you know, I was going to have another one put up, you know, and they want a bloody 150 quid to put an aerial up, don't they? Right. Someone said to me, why don't you try an indoor area? I said, well, that won't be very good, will it? He said, well, try it. And I did. And it works perfectly. I think there is a couple of channels it won't get. Sky is one of them. Sky. And... No, but not channels that I really watch. So it didn't matter. I get the GB News, which I watch a lot. BBC News channels 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Really, and I'm happy with that. Although it may be that I start watching entertainment TV. Is that on the satellite, entertainment TV, as a matter of interest?
No, it's Freeview. Let me just clock into it now. I'm just scrolling down my TV channel now. It's called That's TV, and at the moment it's Birds of a Feather, followed by Rising Damp, followed by Lightly Lads, and then Benidorm. Benidorm is later on the night, but during the daytime you get all these programs. You know, Birds of a Feather, Rising Damp, Lightly Lads. Some others do have them and stuff like that.
And what channel did you say that was on? 56.
Yes. Freeview channel 56. It might be different for other people's TV. That's the London region channel. I don't know if it's UK.
Yeah, I'm London. I'm looking at Crystal Palace. So London.
It's called That's TV.
Preview channels.
If it's not there, you might need to retune your preview channels again.
Crystal Palace, maybe, I don't know. Crystal Palace transmitter. No, that's just telling me about. Let me take out Crystal Palace. Just give me information on the transmitter. Freeview channel checker. Oh yes, accept. RG12. Oh, check. There we are. Select Freeview 171. What did you say it's called? Entertainment TV. Well, it should be on 56. Because
That's TV, UK.
I can look at London or Basingstoke, I think, and I actually look at London. I chose that one, so I can't see it listed here, though.
At the moment, it's Birds of a Feather.
Is it? Okay.
Series, yeah.
TV channel 56. Let's type that in. Oh, it's called That's TV.
Yeah, That's TV, yes.
Well, you never said that, did you? You said it was called Entertainment TV. No wonder I can't find it.
Oh, don't you start.
Incorrect information given, dear.
Don't you start.
Oh, isn't it painful? What?
I said entertainment channel first, and then later on in the conversation, I said that's TV.
Did anyone hear her say that's TV?
Come on now, everyone. In the chat box, you can vouch for me on that one. You heard me say that, did you, or did you not? There you go.
That's TV, the home of iconic TV. Accept cookies. That's TV. Oh, they got 3 channels. That's TV. That's TV2. That's TV3. That's Melody. That's Dance. And that's Summer. Perhaps I should rename this programme. That's Chris Reardon. What do you think, Vera? From Vera's Choice in the Morning.
No, not after the statement you've just made at me.
What statement have I made?
I corrected myself when I said it was an entertainment channel, and then I said it's That's TV channel.
Well, that's what we're missing on this channel now, a little bit of correction now that we don't have...
You need correcting.
Oh, what's her name? Adrian was there last night. He could have corrected me if he wanted to. All right, let's see. That's TV schedule. That's TV schedule. Let's have a little look here. That's TV schedule and listings. Here we go. Agree. So what's the time now? Yeah, No. Rising Damp should be on there. 7:50.
Well,
just starting. Then whatever happened to the likely lads? Benidorm, Seamus. Oh, Vera, you've made me very happy today, which is unusual for a woman.
Oh God.
Saturday. Why is it looking at Saturday? Oh, Monday. Here we go. Monday. World of Travel. What's that?
I have no idea.
8:20 a.m. Upstairs, downstairs. La 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 la. That one, yeah.
I created a monster now, haven't I?
Birds of a Feather. Yeah. Rise and Damp. What's on tomorrow night then? Because I've got time tomorrow night to watch things. Duty Free. Steptoe and Son, 7:15. Yeah, let's have some mild racism.
Oh, God.
Rising Damp. Whatever happened to the likely lads? Happy days. Oh, it goes all through the night and all.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Is there a quiz TV channel?
I hope not. I couldn't bear that. Not for.
No, because there was a couple of quizzes I really liked. Bob's Full House and Every Second Counts. Used to like watching that sort of stuff.
I have seen somewhere, I can't remember what channel it is, the Supermarket Dash or something to that effect.
Was it? Yeah.
It was Dale Winton one.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what channel that is on. But I wouldn't put it past them. They've done Bullseye before, so yeah. Why
Bullseye
not?
was good. I always remember watching an interview with him before he died, obviously. I was talking about Bullseye and all that. He said, well, the prizes were just ridiculous. He said, on the telly, you see a couple come on there and they've won a speedboat. They've won a speedboat. And then you realise they live, on the 8th floor of a block of flats in London. Where are they going to put that? Of course, I suppose they would sell it on immediately. I mean, you couldn't keep it anywhere, could you? But...
Not really.
All right, Vera, thank you very much for the call. Much appreciated.
Okay.
Have a lovely evening, Vera, from Vera's Choice in the Morning.
You too. Bye.
Bye, love. There we are. There's our lovely Vera. Always a pleasure to hear her little voice. There we are. Richard there. Evening, Richard, who says, That's TV is a great channel to find lots of old great comedies. We were just tonight watching Birds of a Feather on it. Can't believe you've never seen The Golden Girls. You must watch it. It's brilliant. No, I've never seen that. I know that Little John, drag queen Little John, Mrs. Moore, he didn't, him and Trindy and someone else do The Golden Girls as a show. I think they did at some point. I'm sure they did. ITV-BE is now ITV Quiz. Okay, there's also a channel called Rewind TV. Hang on. Why don't I know? Why don't I know about it? See, I just don't watch much television at all. We've got another call coming in. Let's see who that is. Good evening. Who's on the line?
It's Danny.
Oh, hi, Danny. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I can't give you too long because we have to finish by 8 o'clock, dear. Otherwise, my sister gets ever so upset because she does the Butler's Empire at 8 o'clock.
Is it like the British Empire? But worse.
Yes, but much more British, dear. Let me just read the rest of this message from Richard Morris. There's a channel called Rewind TV, and ITV-BE is now ITV Quiz. So
That's correct.
What's on ITV Quiz?
Things like Wheel of Fortune, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Lingo.
Schedule listings today. Is Bob's Full Out Lingo? I don't know that one. Deal or no deal? Oh, Stephen Mahone. No. Tipping Point. Well, this is all the stuff that's on now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh,
because Challenge have got the old ones, haven't they?
Challenge TV. Is that a paying channel, that one?
No, that's free.
Oh, is it? Oh. Yeah, we don't pay for TV, dear. Challenge
no.
Annika. Can she still get in those tight trousers? I don't know.
Well, they just cancelled that, haven't they?
Oh, have they?
Yeah, it just come back on 5 and they cancelled it.
Oh, it's obviously not doing too well then. Challenge TV. The Chase. Oh, no. Tenable. Oh, no. The Chase. It's The Chase all bloody day long, dear. Tomorrow.
You love The Chase, though, right?
It's The Chase or Tenable. Oh, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's all ITV stuff, isn't it? No, I'm looking more like the big... Oh, there's a Bullseye. It's Bullseye. That's on.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. Bradley Walsh is great, but I'm just sick. Well, you can have too much of a good thing, you know. Obviously not this show. I mean, a lot of people would like to be on me like 24 hours a day, vlogging my sad, lonely, pathetic life. Mike and Mike's been watching reruns of Are You Being Served? Are you free, Mr. Humphries?
Yeah. I'm free.
Anyway, what you got for us, Danny?
I've just caught the back end of Vera and...
Vera? From Vera's Choice in the Morning?
Yes, and we were talking about the TV programmes. And, it's just I enjoy to be honest, now I'm on my own, I tend to watch more catch-up TV.
Christ. Listen, can you hear that, Danny? Can you hear that?
What?
The world's smallest violin.
No, but I'm just making comparison to when I used to be with somebody, how much TV I used to watch, is what I'm saying. I've started watching Parenthood on iPlayer.
Was that about pregnant people?
No, it's about animals and how they become parents and what they do to become parents and how they carry their unborn and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And I've also started watching The Inheritance. Now that is good.
Oh, yes, I've seen that. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
It's produced by the same guys as The Traitors, isn't it?
Is it?
It's very yeah. So it's very Traitors-y, isn't it? It's very sort of. But a new series of that comes along.
I beg your pardon. Is The Inheritance a quiz show? A game show?
Yes.
Yes. No. I'm thinking there was a programme called Inheritance, which was a drama. Because I don't like The Traitors. I didn't really like it.
Well, there's a new show on Channel 4 called The Inheritance with Liz Hurley, and Rob Rinder.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
And it's very so The Traitors is all backstabbing and all those
I don't like
and all that sort of stuff.
Don't like it.
The Inheritance is very much like that, but with money instead.
Oh, right. Okay.
Give it a watch.
All right.
There's no people that are different. Like you've got the traitors and then you've got the faithful. There's nothing like that in The Inheritance.
I'll have a little look.
Everybody is equal.
I'll have a little look. I know there was a thing from Mr. Doctor Who, David Tennant, sometime a couple of weeks ago. That was just awful.
A Genius Game.
Oh, it was awful. Just awful. The money they spend on some of this stuff is unbelievable. Danny, have you got anything else to say, darling? I'm going to have to rush you a little bit because I must finish at 8.
No, that's fine. You can let your sister have 5 minutes of fame.
Oh, she's just very upset if I go into her time. You know, the thought of her losing a single... Oh, yeah, where's my subscribers? Mind you, they all leave me anyway. You come out... Actually, should we just carry on going past 8 o'clock? Actually, you watch. They'll all leave me and go over there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, dear. Oh, there's no loyalty here, my love. They'll all be off, dear. Watch. You watch. Very quickly, those numbers drop down to 0. But it's okay. It's okay. I've got another couple of messages here. Jason says, I like Dinner Ladies. That was good, Dinner Ladies. with the lady from Coronation Street, wasn't it?
Thelma.
I don't really know Vera. Yeah, that one.
I don't really know.
Or was it Rita? Was it Rita? I don't really know Rita. That one.
She played. I can't think of her name. Carry on. I'll think of it while you're carrying on with some messages.
Right. Jason likes Dinner Ladies with Derek Jacobs and Ian McKellen's Vicious. He likes that there. Vera says all the old ITV idents are shown before each programme on That's TV. Oh! Are they? Oh, it sounds even better now. That's TV. That's not the one that's run out of someone's shed, is it? There's
I
one.
Think so.
There is a satellite station. Probably
I've seen about this on our local news, yeah.
Probably Freeview as well. I think it's one of the movie stations. Oh, and it shows old movies. And basically, this older bloke, bought all these old movies, dirt cheap, that no one shows anymore. Yeah. Right? He rented himself a bit as a spot on the satellite, bought some equipment, and plays the films out, and it was a huge success. And it was run, when he started it was run out of his back shed. I would assume now he might have made a bit of money on it and got something a little bit more substantial, I would assume. I don't know, really. But
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, that's how he started. What a great thing, really, what people do. And you think, yourself, of course, you do your own radio shows from your house. And I'm doing my own little TV. What, could you say this is a TV show? You could, couldn't you?
No.
No? How rude are you? Go on, piss off. What a cheat. No.
I would call it a worldwide phenomenon, darling.
I suppose that's not too bad.
It's not. TV is only broadcast in certain, in certain areas. Like you would only be broadcasting the LWT region.
London Weekend Television. Do you know it's been 25 years or more. There are people out there that don't know what Thames and London Weekend or Central or Southern there are people out there that don't know what these things are now. Thames, what's that? It's a TV
Granada.
station. Oh, what channel was that on? Well, it's not. It was on Channel 3. They don't know what it is. Not a clue what any of it's about or anything. How weird is that? When you think we grew up with all this stuff, didn't we? How old are you now?
I'm 36.
Oh, okay. Well, so you was only 9. You were 9 when it went off.
I still remember LWT.
No, is it 9?
No, it's later than that.
25 to 11. You were 11. You were 11 when Thames went off. Yeah.
Because, well, obviously, I wasn't from this region. I wasn't from the Thames region. I was more Granada, up north. So I sort of.
Oh, maybe you knew Patricia from Manchester.
No.
Well, you don't know. You might have bumped into her in the local Aldi. Oh, they didn't have Aldi then, did they?
Yeah, they did. Aldi was started off around then, I think.
Was it?
Aldi's been around quite a long time, yeah.
I can't remember now.
But yeah, I remember Granada, which was one of the big contributors to the network, wasn't it? It was either Granada or London.
That's right.
Was the two main, because that's where Coronation Street was born, from Granada.
Well, it was Thames, London Weekend, Granada, or ATV Central. Those were the main ones that all the stuff came from. And you get occasional ones from Anglia. Very rarely, I don't think anything came from I don't remember anything coming from Grampian at all. Didn't really have it.
Grampian was kids. Kids TV came from Grampian and CITV, yeah.
Is that what, right up in the middle of, right up the top of Scotland?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
TV, yeah.
I didn't know that. Westwood, TSW didn't really have much from there. Southern had a few bits going on. Anglia had a few bits. HTV had a few bits going on. Time Teas? No, not really Time Teas. Border, Mr. and Mrs. Yeah.
Anglia was Sale of the Century, wasn't it?
Nothing. I don't remember anything from Channel Television at all.
No.
Not a single thing. Anyway, I better go then, darling, all right?
All right, nice to speak to you.
Thanks for calling in, Danny.
Take care, love.
Bye, lovey. Bye.
Bye.
There we are, Danny calling in. He's in Kent. Anyway, we're going to wrap up there. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today, boys and girls. Don't forget, I'm not with you next week at all. We're in Bonnie, Scotland. Da, 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 da. So back with you for these shows, for the chat shows on Sunday. And then it's like the 21st of September. God. Time moves so quickly. But I will be with you tomorrow morning, gang. Perhaps you'd like to join me on my little radio show. Starts at 9 and finishes at 10 o'clock. Just an hour out of your very, very busy schedule, boys and girls. Okay, an hour. All right. And 9 till 10 o'clock, go to reachsonair.com on your mobile phone or a computer or something like that and click play. And that'll work on there. Okay. Richard, I don't know if you're still up. I could give you a little ring after the show. And we keep missing each other, don't we, my love? And we'll leave it there. All right. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you very soon. Thank you for all your messages coming in and joining in with the show. Cheerio.